Hello everyone! I just wanted to make a video about the new Simply Horses update for 1.4.4. So if you click on it, it's still part A, so the wagons still aren't back, unfortunately, but she has changed back to the old steering system. I'm not really sure if any of you found it as difficult as I did, but I even ride horses, so I know how like the walk, trot, canter thing works. And I even found it incredibly difficult to get these Simply Horses to move without going too fast or jumping over things or whatever. So that's been changed, and I wanted to just go through the change list here before I go into the game. So in general, she's added a new item called the draft harness. So you can't really give them a saddle anymore to give them that harness uh, appearance. But instead, she has an actual harness created, and this is the recipe. So you need five pieces of leathers, one in each corner, one in the middle, and 2 iron, and you get a draft harness. And then if I can just go back here, and hopefully it'll go back to the part of the page I was at, or maybe not. And then there is a new saddle recipe to match the ingredients in the harness. So it is basically a leather helmet with 2 iron ingots, so basically the like the saddle and 2 stirrups. It's basically how I remember it. And then the spawner lasso has a recipe. It's had a recipe for 2 versions now. So it's the same as the regular lasso, except you put a stick in the middle. And that's been changed a little bit too, the way that works. And then the draft code she has changed. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. Lassos are more likely to reappear, functioning in the world when it's reloaded, because there was a bug that you would lasso your horse to something, close the game, come back in the game, and your horse would be on the other side of the property because it wandered away because the lasso kind of like broke. But that has been fixed. And wild horses, the bug with them not breaking on their own, so like not taming on their own, has been fixed. We noticed that in my in my survival LP a couple episodes ago, or maybe it's the episode that I just uploaded the other day. And then your horses that are being tamed, that are tied to a wall, not having their animation or whatever, has been fixed as well. The steering is back to the original way it used to be, because she did change it so you pushed W for walk, pushed it twice for trot, etc. And it's supposedly back to the old version. And then the foals have been changed a bit. And then there's a few known bugs. Apparently not. And dyeable horse gear was implemented in the last update, but I forgot about it, so it wasn't mentioned. And the lasso now works on vanilla animals. We discussed that in the last update, and she is working on creating saddlebags, and then she's fixing the carts and wagons. So that will be updated shortly. So let's go into our game here. And I have to open up my Desert Oasis world. I have no choice, because all my other worlds have more creatures in them, so it hasn't been updated yet. So let's go into here. So as you can see, this horse has blue tack. This one has purple tack. Okay, so if I can, spawn, give myself a lasso here, spawn lasso in particular. That, and I'm going to give myself a couple draft harnesses, and give myself a couple saddles here. And carrots. Want some carrots. Guess I really only need one. And then I'm going to give myself some cake. And then we'll get the dyes once we spawn some horses. So, put one there, put one here, put one there, and put one in here. So, now that I have that, we can take this, lasso him there, you are already tame, take you, lasso you there, take you and lasso you here, and take you and lasso you to that one. So now, you should all see that little smoking animation type thing. It's very subtle now. It used to be quite more obvious, but it's not. So, an update with the carrots. You can now feed these Simply Horses the carrots to start taming them. However, I think the rating for a carrot is like 2, so you technically need like 100 carrots to tame one horse, opposed to 8 pieces of cake or 2 Minecraft days if you just leave them be and walk away. So I'm just gonna start feeding him carrots. Nom 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 nom. See, it's taking. I'm just holding down the right mouse button. It's taking that many carrots. And there we go. And now he's tame. So you can give him a saddle. Let's turn him into an Arabian. There. We want to lasso you back to the wall. And then just for ease, I'm just gonna feed these guys with cake. Because you only need 8 pieces of cake to tame a Simply Horse. And when I'm in creative mode or whatever and need to tame a whole batch of horses, I tend to go for the cake. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to turn that one into a Clydesdale so we can show you how this harness works. And then I'm going to keep these 2 as Mustangs. So you just right click on them with the Mustang thing. And voila. So you go over to the Clydesdale, you give them the harness. Bam, that's what the harness looks like, same as this guy. And then you just give a saddle to these other ones. So now that that's all handy, we're going to go to where all the dyes are. And I'm just going to give myself a whole pile of dye here. Let's give me a bunch of different colors. So this one is the dark blue, sorry. This one's purple. So I actually don't need the purple dye. I'm going to show you what, and you can change them again. So he's already been changed to blue. If I right click on him with a different dye, so that goes to brown, that's green, and that's the cayenne or whatever. So you can change them too once they're already used. So that's the pink. Doesn't quite look very pinky, but there's lime green. And I'm going to do you orange, which apparently is the default that you guys are given. And I'm going to give you, oops, come on. I'm going to give you green. And for this harness guy, let's give him red. And it actually kind of looks pink. So keep that in mind when you're picking colors, so you don't waste dyes. The red actually looks pink, and the pink kind of looks like a pale whitey color. Not very exciting. And what colors didn't I grab? I didn't grab light blue or gray. Or yellow. And I didn't really use white either, but so there's the dark gray, the light gray, and you can use it on one of these guys too. So I'm going to go to this one. There's the light gray, the dark gray kind of looks black. Got the yellow. There's the lapis. That's the cayenne. And light blue. And where's our ink sac? And our bone meal. So bone meal puts them back into the original default one. So I guess there is no white. And then if you want a black saddle pad and a black bridle, then you simply just give them an ink sac. And then I like the way the blue looks. Especially on some of the lighter colored horses, the blue looks really cool. It actually looks really cool on all of them. So, that's pretty much it for that. We already discussed the harness recipes and stuff. And what else I wanted to talk about was the spawn lasso has been changed a tad. I don't think, oh, I don't need that many. I don't think I mentioned it in the last video, so I'm going to mention it now. The carts still do not work, so please stop asking me. I'm not the creator of the mod, so, oh, no. No. Hey, don't be breaking my door. No, bad Mr. Zombie. Break my doors. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here somewhere and spawn some of the horses. So, if you just right-click randomly, you only get one horse. If you shift-click, so if you shift and then hit right, the right mouse button, you get a herd of horses. And there is another button too, whoops, that if you hit it, you got a foal. But now I don't remember what button that is. It's not that one. No, it's not that one either. Nope. Okay. Not quite sure what the button is, but all the buttons I'm using are not doing anything, so I guess I will either have to go back to the forum page to find out, or just keep messing around with it. So shift right click with the spawn lasso gives you a herd of horses. Just regular right clicking gives you one horse. They do spawn naturally in plains biomes, but that is the only biome that they currently spawn in naturally, unless you make a spawn lasso. And now that there's a recipe, it can be made in survival mode, and let's just go into the house here to check that out. Where's my crafting table? So I'm going to go into survival mode. I'm going to give myself some string and a stick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay, so it's available in survival mode, so you guys can make spawn lassos for yourself. And while we're here, I will just reinforce the new harnesses and the new saddle recipe. So, that is the new saddle recipe. And what the other saddle recipe is, apparently not that anymore. Okay, never mind. So her new saddle recipe is that leather cap with like 2 stirrups kind of thing. And the harness is 5 pieces of leather. And how come you're not working now all of a sudden? That's exactly how the form. Oh, okay, never mind. You only need 2 iron ingots to get your draft harness. So, that is everything that there is for this update. So, I guess we will have to wait until the carts are fixed, and then I will continue on with another update video with that. So, I'll see you guys later.